Greetings! Welcome to our Call of Cthulhu live stream for Halloween. We are doing The Haunting. We are the Mythos Mystery Society. Okay, cool. I am Dave. I'm the keeper tonight, so I'll be running the adventure, which is why I look all spooky. And this is my first time GMing a game, so this will be interesting and fun, I think. And then if you guys want to, go ahead.
I'm Chris. That's Ty, but I'm Chris. And D&D player, so I know the system well. So this is a new system to me, so we'll be asking a lot of questions. And my name's Chris. I'll be playing Stan Kowalski, who is a truck driver, just fresh out of World War. Well, not fresh out of World War One, but a World War One vet, age 43, and a local truck driver who's also working for bootleggers. And you'll learn more about him later.
I am Ty. I've played D&D. It was my first time playing Call of Cthulhu as well, so new experience. I am playing Harrison Clark tonight, a younger British bartender who works at a speakeasy in Arkham. And I'm ready to get started.
Alrighty,
British bartender. Can't wait for that accent. It's gonna be good.
I haven't worked on it much, so it's going to be a little rough, but we'll get there.
Alrighty. So, we open as Harrison Clark is on his way to work. He, as you said, works at a speakeasy, and it is the 1920s, the roaring 20s, as it were. And if you know your history, that means that prohibition is a thing at the time, so working at a speakeasy is not exactly the most legal of things to do. Harrison, as you're on your way to work, you notice that there's a police officer across the block, and he's just kind of like staring at you as you're walking to your building. You know, he doesn't know what you do, but it's kind of tense for you, you know? Because you don't want to get caught. You don't want to disappoint your Graham, right?
Absolutely not.
How do you react as you're walking past this cop who's just kind of looking at you from across the street and just getting eyes at you?
I'll try to walk past and see if there's another way to kind of enter the building. Or is there only one main entrance? An alley?
Well, it's a speakeasy, so it's got this secret entrance. So I guess you just walk right on by. The guy doesn't, he has no reason to be suspicious of you or anything, but maybe he's around this part of town for some reason, you don't know. But you make your way to a back alley, and you find the entrance that you commonly go to, and go ahead, give it that secret knock that lets you know that you're there on legit business to work. And then in response you hear, I don't know. And then the door opens, and your buddy, Chester Avery, opens the door. He's like a taller, leaner Asian guy who works at the bar with you. How long have you been working at this bar, by the way?
I've been to the Gentleman's Sip about half a year now.
Half a year? Okay, so you've been there long enough to kind of form relationships with your coworkers and stuff. What do you think of Avery? Or, what's his name? Chester? Yeah, his last name's Avery. What do you think of Chester? Is he like, one of your best friends, or is he like, what's your...
I think he's a coworker who he wants to be friendly, but I keep him at a bit of a distance.
Yeah, okay.
Not too friendly.
So he's kind of the guy that's just like, he thinks you're great, but you're just like, okay, whatever. So Chester, he lets you into the bar, and you guys are going through the back room and everything like that, and you begin to hear the sounds of the bar. And as you're walking through the back entrance of the bar and you're getting to the entrance, Chester kind of leans over to you and he's just like, hey, your friend's here. He's what's his name? The war vet.
Stan.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, he's been talking about some note he got. I humored him because he's a vet, but I don't know, he's probably gonna talk your ear off about some note he got, and just warning you ahead of time, just being a buddy. And he taps you on the shoulder more friendly than you want him to.
Oh, thank you, Chester. Well, Stan always tips well after his fourth drink or so glad you warmed him up.
Yeah, you got it. Anyway, I gotta get going early, so this is all on you, man. It's a relatively busy night. I'm not sure what's going on, but, people want to drink, so I'm gonna head out. You're on your own. Good luck, man. And he taps you again, too familiarly.
On your way, Chester.
And then he ends up leaving the bar. So you then walk up to the bar from the back entrance. So now you're behind the bar, and you see several people in the bar. There's an older rich couple There's what looks like a news reporter sitting at the bar, kind of next to Stan, but like maybe 2 seats down from him. There's this grizzled PI detective that just, I don't know, he shows up a lot, but he's a bad tipper. And then there's a few other patrons of the bar that are just kind of around. Some of them you recognize because you've worked there for a year and a half now, and regulars tend to happen at a speakeasy. But then the regular you recognize the most is Stan, sitting at the bar. And Stan, what are you doing at the bar? The only thing I've given you is you have a note, but how are you at the bar at this moment?
Got my glass of whiskey, swirling it, looking down, looking at the letter, kind of taking a little bit of the condensation off my glass and drawing shapes, just looking down.
Alrighty. So, I guess now, Ty, because you're at the bar and he looks like Stan might be the only one that wants to order a drink at the moment because everyone else is pretty, they got their new glass before Chester left. So, go ahead.
I'll go up. Evening, Stan. How are you?
Jarvis, my man. How you doing there, Jarvis?
I am fantastic, Stan. What can I get you tonight? Another whiskey?
Oh, you know me, Jarvis. Come on over. You know there, Jarvis. Respect's a thing that's earned. You know what I mean by that, Jarvis?
1 second, let me get you a drink, and I'm gonna walk off mid-speech and start pouring.
Does that deter you from continuing your speech, though?
No, I'll be shouting over the bar towards him. So, yeah, Jarvis, this respect's something that's earned, and I did my time, back in the war, me and old Betsy, my truck outside, we've been through a lot. Been through an awful lot.
I'm sure, sir.
I've told you, Jarvis, about my old wife, my ex, right?
Betsy, was it?
Jarvis, my wife's name isn't Betsy. That's the name of my truck.
Yes, the truck.
Barbara's the name of my ex.
Barbara, it's the B names, really.
There, Jarvis, she's not really my ex in my heart. Just in marriage. You know what I mean, Jarvis?
Only barely. Here you go, sir.
Wish I had a drink.
Next time I'm gonna get some real pop.
I was in a rush getting here. yeah, Jarvis. When I walked in here today, I thought, I've just about hit rock bottom. Living out of my truck, living a hard life, just trying to forget.
You live out of the truck? That seems like... Don't you have a job?
Yeah. Delivering booze to you? What do you mean, do I have a job? Yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't pay you enough to get a small place?
Yes, well, it's kind of funny. I was telling you about respect, Jarvis, about respect.
I believe so, yes.
It's something that's often earned but never recognized, Jarvis. And here, I got a letter right over here from my former brother-in-law. But you know what, Jarvis? Like I said, it's only in marriage. He's still my brother in my heart. Jarvis, and he sent me this letter, telling me that there's a cool place going on that's over here. He's just recognizes the service and everything I've been through. With the loss of my wife, I haven't seen my kids, and I can't see my kids until I got a place to live. Apparently, down in the old veteran neighborhood, there's some old house. You ever heard of the Corbett house before?
And as you mentioned, the Corbett house, the news reporter guy that was sitting 2 spaces down from you, literally spits out his drink a little bit. He's like, I'm sorry, I overheard you just a second ago. Were you talking about the old Corbett house over there?
Well, I mean, yeah, I was, someone apparently got me a hookup for a place. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I'm pretty sure half the people in this bar have heard of it. By the way, my name is Douglas Cuthbert. He reaches out a hand because he's friendly. He's a reporter. He's used to meeting people for the first time. And he goes to shake your hand, Stan.
I give my sweaty palm, Dougie Cox. Nice to meet you. Name's Stan Kowalski.
It's good to meet you. Yeah, but you said
this here's Jarvis. You know Jarvis?
I know Harrison.
Yeah.
Must
Well,
be
Jarvis,
some nickname.
that's my nickname. Everybody who's English, that's when I was in the service, whenever we saw anyone who's English, we call him Jarvis.
It's a racism
It's an affectionate thing. it's a 20s thing.
Good on you. Anyway, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, I couldn't help but overhear that you guys were talking about the old Corbett house, and it just let me to my feet, you know. If you, that place has quite a history behind it. I work for the Daily Globe, and we've gotten several like reports about things that have gone down at that place, and some of them are not too far in the past, you know. You might want to like ask people. Maybe even the people in this bar might know, because damn, that place is super notorious, you know.
Well, I mean, creeps. I mean, I've been through a lot here, Dougie. You and I, we gotta have to sit down. We're gonna have a chat sometime. But you know what?
Oh, absolutely. I would love nothing more than talk to a veteran of this fine country we live in.
Well, thank you. You know, all that matters to me is that if the place is empty, and if I can get my kids in it.
That's the thing. It might not be as empty as they talk about. It's just got a weird history.
You talking squatters, or I mean, what? I can take care of.
I'm not entirely sure, but there's been a lot of things that happened in that house. Listen. If you want to know more before you go to that house, maybe I don't know. You can go. We here at the Daily Globe, we have a place called the Morgue in our basement. It's where we keep all of our old documents for places what's it called, articles we wrote. I'm a little drunk, sorry. It's been a long day. If you want to know more about this place before you go there, I would recommend either you could go to the Daily Globe's morgue, or even maybe the library might have some old articles for you. But yeah, definitely ask around before you just go there. I wouldn't want somebody like you getting hurt at some weird place, you know?
I ain't gonna get hurt, you know. You believe in spooks there, Dougie?
I might, based on what I read about that place. You know?
How about you, Jarvis? You believe in spooks?
I'm interested in them for sure. I believe there's more than the human eye can see. I believe in another.
You know, I don't believe in those spooks. You know what I believe in?
Another drink, sir.
I'll take another drink for sure, especially after I'm about to tell you what I believe in is hundreds and hundreds of pounds of bodies.
Start walking away.
Blood dripping down my face.
Start walking away, pouring
blood dripping down my face.
I just drink a little bit more of my drink.
Smell of crap, vomit in my hair.
Anyway,
that's what I believe. I'm sitting there washing boots, walk by my face.
I'm just gonna go.
Losing my hair, and you see this? You see this?
But definitely talk to.
I can't hear you too good. You're speaking in my bad ear. You know why?
I'm so sorry. You've been.
You know
so
why?
Much.
My truck blew up right next to me. All right, Dougie. Sounds like those spooks.
Barbara blew up. I thought she was outside.
Barbara's my ex-wife. Jarvis.
Betsy. Right.
Betsy.
Anyway,
I like names that begin with B's. All right.
Harrison, if you're interested in this spook stuff, I mean, you might want to tag along for this little adventure.
Only thing I'll check out. I just want to make sure there's no red rum or blood written on my walls at my house.
And ask around. And that note, Dougie out. Dougie takes the last sip of his drink and he walks out.
Dougie, if you ever want an interview, what it's like after the war, what life's like for a real vet, you let me know.
Did you pay with Chester?
There's a bill on the bar for you, because Dougie's a good guy, you know. But yeah, so Dougie, on that note,
Dougie, I thought you were covering my drinks, Dougie.
Dougie was not covering your drinks.
Dougie's a chump.
He did not. Unfortunately, sir, he did not.
Dougie's a chump, Dougie.
But on that note, the bar now has...
Probably like red chowder, don't you, Dougie?
The bar now has several people that are in the bar that might know what's going on. There's just people around the bar. If you want to ask about what Dougie warned you about, then you can go there. Or he also mentioned a couple of places that you might be able to try out. But there's no rush to go to this place that your ex brother-in-law told you about.
Do I recognize the grizzled-looking detective in the corner?
You've heard stories about that guy, but he's just very standoffish, and he's very grumpy all the time.
Hey, you look grumpy and pissed off.
Hey, can't you see I'm working on a client over here? And he just
my kind of guy.
He eyes you. He eyes you a little bit, and he just goes like, can't you see I'm working on a client over here? And he just takes a drink of his whiskey, and he shuts you out. Like, he just wants nothing to do with you. And then
you probably eat red chowder too, don't you? Yeah.
He grumbles and doesn't care.
Seeing him finish the drink, I'll walk over. Would you like another?
Yeah, I'll take another one.
Alright, okay.
Alright, I will pour him another, and as I slide it over, so you're a bit of a sleuth, is that not correct?
That's what they call me.
I was wondering, have you ever heard anything about a Corbett house?
Corbett house?
In the area.
I mean, yeah, that everybody in this bar probably knows about the Corbett house. Fucking Corbett house. And he takes another drink of his new whiskey. He's now double gunning it. Let me see. Yeah, it was something about some. It's in this old veterans neighborhood of the downtown Boston, and some old rich people bought it up and like kind of renovated the whole place, kicked all the veterans out of it, and just the place is a mess now. It's just corporations. Just it takes another drink of his whiskey.
Corporations. So it's empty now. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, probably. I think I heard something about the most recent family living there. Let me see really quick. What is it? The Macario family. They had left very suddenly, and there was something weird about how they left. They rambling nonsense. I think they're in the loony bin at this point. The two kids are with their aunt or something, but the parents are all messed up. Anyway, if you're gonna keep asking me questions, you're gonna have to start paying me.
Nah, of course not.
Whiskey.
If you want another, just snap me over.
Absolutely.
Not do him and walk off.
Thanks, Harrison.
Hey, Jarvis, you believe that guy over there? Probably eats red chowder, you know?
I mean, I see no reason for him to lie.
No, well, I mean, he didn't talk to me. What do you mean? Did he say something to you?
Oh yes, he said it was a family there left very suddenly, but it seems empty now. Is what he said. Veteran neighborhood, something like that.
Veteran. That's what I got. I mean, so all I got is a letter. So, you know, think of anyone else in this bar? Anyone else? I don't know. We're talking to. I want my kid to like go to bed and like go hang something in the closet and it's full of, you know, like guns and drugs or something. You know, just want to make sure it's safe.
Well, I think maybe perhaps there's an elderly couple here. Maybe perhaps we talk to them. They said someone rich bought it. Perhaps they would know.
Yeah, the two rich couple are like guffawing in the corner because they just got out of some play or whatever. But yeah, there's two old elderly people that look like they're worth talking to in the corner. If you wanted to, that's the rich couple. There's also some other guy. I don't know how to really describe him. He looks like he's a bit fancier. You'll notice actually everybody in this bar looks a little bit more fancy than you would expect in a bar, and that's just because rich people can get away with this kind of stuff a little bit easier than most other people, and the prices that you charge at the Gentleman's Sip are a little bit more premium than most other bars. And then there's also another guy sitting at like the round end of the bar that's just kind of there. And then there's random other people, but they're just kind of there to party and talk and drink in a time where you can't.
Stan, would you like to talk to that? Perhaps that elderly couple knows something.
I'll guffawing over there. All right, I'll go chat.
Alrighty.
Go to the table. I see them guffawing, and I'll start guffawing back. Hey, y'all just get out of that Shakespeare over there.
Oh, absolutely. Midsummer Night's Dream. Excellent work. It says, Gertrude
the half-naked dudes, right? The go the donkey head. Yeah, I read that one.
With such wonderful effects, it's almost like they had a real donkey mask. They're very, very happy and also very, very drunk.
Hey, well, I mean, since we all like Shakespearean like over here, you guys Ever heard of ye old Corbett House?
Ye old, I wouldn't say, but oh boy, have I heard of the Corbett House. That's Gertrude. It's Gertrude and Barney Bleecker. They're a married couple. But Gertrude is the gossip queen in the couple, and she's wearing all these expensive jewelries. You could tell that she's quite the thespian and, like, has a lot of money and stuff like that. But she's just like, what does she say? Okay. Oh, yes, I had, my friend Theo. She lived next door to that place. One of the, she had this really nice place, but the old Mr. Corbett who moved in there and built that weird house, she got sued and had to leave her house. It was weird, but that guy was kind of he was dastardly and mean. What a man! What a man!
Yeah, dastardly mean a lot of different things. I mean, for me, dastardly mean, that's like having 100 pounds of man on you, blood dripping through your face, smell crap underneath 100 bodies. What happened to me in the war, and yeah. So, like that kind of mean, or you mean like push the kid on the playground kind of mean? Like,
well, like
unpack that for me.
He sued my friend Theo for just having a house next to him, and actually won that suit. Which is just mean, and she had to move away because she wasn't going to deal with that, Theo,
yeah.
God bless her soul, she was such a champion about it, but oh boy, we had some tea to drink on the side, if you know what I mean.
I bet that guffawing type mean you mean. I got you.
Yeah, this guy knows. And then Barney's just like, stop. His
name was Theodore? Right, that's what he said. Theodore. What's his name again?
Oh, her name was Theo, but she's moved along on. She lives in Pennsylvania now, but
what about
much
that?
better house, of course. She bought an even bigger house.
I bet. Now, how about that mean man?
Mean? Oh, Mr. Corbett, you mean? He's dead. He's long dead. What happened to him? She turns to Barney. Barney's just kind of looking down, and he just pays attention. He's like, oh, what? Oh, I think something about the lines of, I think he died back in 1866, so it was a while ago, But he lived in that house forever. He lived in his house for the rest of that time. So, who knows, And then Gertrude's just like, who knows? Wonderful stuff. I think I actually heard that there was a second lawsuit placed against him, but I don't really know what that one was about.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you guys have been a delight. So, thank you.
Anytime, dear. Anytime.
I bet,
you can hear that echo in your dreams later. There is the guy at the bar overhears you talking about legal stuff, and he's just like, "Hey, sorry, I'm Irvin Bretz. I'm a lawyer. Law stuff, I get into that. And also, that Corbett house, man, messed up stuff. I couldn't help but overhear, but I just wanted to let you know that second lawsuit was about something along the lines of he wanted to be buried in the basement of his house. It's really messed up stuff. That Corbett guy was a character, but there was no it never got finalized what happened with that lawsuit. So it was something that was bugging me for a long time too.
Who was suing him to want to be buried in the basement of his house?
I don't know. The guy was.
Who knew that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He apparently filed maybe in his will or something like that he wanted to be buried in his house, and the state didn't really like or care about that, so they just. I think it just got tied up in legal hell, and then nothing ever happened to it, and the guy died anyway, but who knows what happened with that.
No one knows where his body is, or?
I just know the law part. I don't know about what happened to that. Actually, yeah. You know what? I don't know. He shrugs, and then he goes back to his drink.
So there may be a body in your basement, Stan. That's what he's saying.
Hey, Jarvis, yeah, did you get all that? Hey, man. You want to check it out? You said you like the spooks and stuff. Maybe you got.
Sounds very. Sure, I can call in a favor with Avery. Chester.
That's the other Jarvis.
He's not.
He's not even.
Yeah, he's He's not eating no
He's
bread.
not
I'm
wrong.
just kidding. Come on.
I'll ring him up, see if he can stop in.
It's Josh and Harry. I know your name. Come on.
I'm gonna try to convince Chester to come back and take over my shift, using our close bond as friends.
Power friendship.
Ready? Yeah, so you use the phone in the back of the office and you call for Chester and he's just like, I mean, do you guys have to go tonight? Like, are you sure you want to go to a house, like, Corbett Place in the middle of the night?
Well, I mean, first we're gonna check out, like, I'm not on the phone. Man.
Hold on one sec. Do you want to go tonight's time?
Well, I mean, you want to check out that, like, morgue or whatever? Or you want to read in, I don't know. Library's not open right now. It's like the middle of the night. I mean, we could get drunk and go to the library tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know. You want
Harry.
you want to build up suspense? You want to make it a thing?
You want to make it a thing?
You want to make it a thing? You want to make it a thing, Harry? I mean, come on.
Chester on the other line goes, yeah, listen, I really wouldn't go to that place at night. Like, there's, I've just heard a lot of bad things. There could be squatters there, and you don't want to get stabbed or some shit. Like,
that's alright.
Yeah. Plus,
enjoy
I
your
am
night
on a
off, Chester.
date. I left to go on a date. Yeah, get the phone. So he says no to your request to work tonight.
Alright, so well, perhaps tomorrow morning we can stop at this morgue and then perhaps stop off at your house in the afternoon.
Alright, I'll take a napkin. I'll write my address on it. What did I say? Here's my address. It says my truck will be in your parking lot.
That's amazing.
I'll just I'll sleep out back. So when you wake me up, maybe I'll come in. I'll freshen up a little bit, and then we'll head out. We'll go together. What do you think?
Yes, I think that should be fine.
You know, Jarvis. I mean, Harry. Time for me to make friends since the war. You know.
Oh my god, a goddamn bond is being formed.
when I was in the war, did I ever tell you what happened to me?
I think you did.
Should we fade
Yeah,
to black?
Yeah,
So you guys have Stan stays a while, and then you end up closing the bar, and then the day
the whole story all over again.
Yeah, it just goes in a loop. So then the day ends, and obviously